Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. In this episode, Nevis is going to do the intro. Just kidding. Because he screwed it up last time. Well, welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast. If this is your first time viewing our channel, welcome to the channel.
Yes.
We like to talk about movies. Sorry, I got a text message. God
It's
damn
okay.
it, stop messaging
So we
me.
like to talk about movies, and we also have social media platforms. Which ones are they, Josh? Did I catch you off guard?
You caught me off guard because I thought you were going to make a joke about this. If this is your first time viewing our channel, welcome to the channel. If you like the video, maybe leave us a like, maybe subscribe. You can also check out our socials, Instagram and TikTok, to see some shorter clips or funnier clips. If you check out our Twitter, that's where Nevis usually puts up some announcements.
Yep.
And we have a Patreon in case you ever want to support the channel.
Yeah.
Today is the day. It's coming up.
Yeah, we're talking about Spider-Man. I'm just kidding.
Whoa, the old switcheroo. M. Night Shyamalan over here.
Switcheroo, yes. We will
Dude, it's coming out soon. You excited?
because I'm excited for the Batman.
I am too.
I'm just like, you know why? Because it's like we haven't gotten a solo Batman film
in like
10 years.
Jesus. We
Yeah.
said that last week, didn't we?
We did.
See, this is why I called Nevis out last week, because he kept going on and on about the Dark Knight.
I'm
trilogy. I was
obsessed
like, we
with
need to talk
Batman.
about Christopher Nolan, dude.
I still have the Batman calzone from Little Caesars in my veins from
Is it-
eating it last week. I am
Is it
infused
still
with
going to be a
Batman.
thing when this comes out?
I don't think so.
Oh
my God.
But yeah, the Batman. I'm hyped. So in honor of the new Batman film coming out,
We will be
Robert
talking
Pattinson-
about just Batman.
Well, yeah,
The Tim Burton Batman films.
Yeah, we're gonna focus a little bit on that because Nevis went overkill with the Dark Knight last week.
just a little bit.
So-
a little bit.
Just a little bit. He went. It was like half the episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll let you start it off because I feel like you have a lot more to say. Because I feel like I honestly, those ones I haven't seen as often.
Oh my
those
God.
the older Batman movies.
Those are the films that I got introduced to before anything. Actually, that was my first introduction to Batman
Really?
as a character. Yeah, because I think after that, after watching both Tim Burton films, I saw the TV show, the Batman the Animated Series.
yeah.
Well, and then Justice League Unlimited. Those were the two shows I saw
Yeah.
most. But then, watching the Batman films and then watching the Dark Knight trilogy. But where it started was Tim Burton and his films. And it was like, I love that aesthetic. I remember when I was a little kid.
Gothic-like look.
Oh, yeah. Like, everything about those films was amazing. And as a kid, like, that was my, like, I didn't know his origin and stuff. So, like, seeing that on the big screen, I just saw it on the little TV,
On the TV.
VHS. I watched it with
VHS?
Yeah, man.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's another one of those episodes.
It was classic. It was both Batman and Batman Returns on VHS. I would
Nice.
watch.
The good ones. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the good ones.
So in honor of Tim Burton's Batman, I'm gonna get. Let's get nuts.
you want to get
nuts?
Come on. My favorite part of that is when, like, Joker's like, tell me, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? And he's like, what? I was like, I just say that. And then he just shoots him. And then Batman
said that's so creepy.
Well, Joker says it creepy.
Well, yeah, but you didn't have to.
But my favorite part is when that comes back at the end of the movie where Batman's like, hey, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? And then he just punches the Joker right in the face. And my favorite part, because, everyone's like, oh, Batman, no kill rule and stuff. And I remember hearing that more frequently when the Nolan films came out.
Yeah.
And I was like, there's a scene in Batman where he says that line, he punches Joker, then he picks him back up and he says, I'm going to kill you. He just literally like, I'm going to kill you.
I say the best part about that movie was definitely him punching the guy and then dropping the TNT and waiting for the guy to die.
Right? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
that Batman was
no. Michael Keaton was a straight up murderer. He did
Yep.
not give.
He was a
did
lot
not
more
care.
different than the Batman from the animated series too. Like that Bruce Wayne and the animated series Bruce Wayne, which
Yeah.
I'd say is the quintessential Bruce Wayne.
Mhm.
I'd say the most comic accurate because
Yeah.
just from like my perspective, the thing I love most about Batman, the first thing I want to see when I watch a Batman movie is I want to see a good suit.
Yeah.
I want to see a nice Batman suit. I think we both share this opinion, but we're in the minority. I love the Batman versus Superman suit.
Oh my God.
Everybody
love
saw it
that.
and they're like, "Oh, it's duct tape." I was like, "Dude, that looks sick."
No, it represented that character era.
Yeah.
That's an older Batman. That's a jaded out Batman. So of course his suit's gonna look like all rough and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and the scars, and also the fact that like the Bat logo is like big. It's like the logo's even steroid infused, man. Like everything about that.
It's funny that everyone keeps saying that, but in the Batman training scene, he's not that big. He's big.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like that suit, like that stomach,
Right?
that's like a good 6 inches of padding there. Like,
Yeah.
it's just a thick suit. Ben Affleck was not thick and big and on the jumper juice.
On the
Well, maybe he
jumper
was
juice.
on the jumper juice.
I think
but,
so.
like,
Yeah.
he
For
was-
his age, but yeah.
He was cut though, like because he was like really he was muscular and he was cut as well. That's why I'm saying he's
Yeah.
not that big because it's like he had a six pack. Like he did those pull ups, you know.
Yeah.
Like he was really lean to be able to look like that. So it's like he wasn't that bulky.
Was
It's the
there
suit.
was there ever like I'm curious. I never got to see any like deep interviews with Michael Keaton's interpretation. Like I don't think he was working out like Affleck or Christian Bale.
no,
I think he was like, hey, like
the suit
give me the
itself.
suit.
Yeah, because I always remember like that scene where a goon punches him in the stomach.
Yeah.
And the goon like my hand because
Yeah.
you know the suit is like friggin' metal.
It's basically metal.
It's literally armor. Whereas like you compare that to Christian Bale's one where the first suit was very armored and then the second one was a lot more like
He was able to turn
mobile.
his neck.
He was able to turn his neck.
Isn't that crazy how it took like 5 Batman films to be like, hey, maybe we should
do
have
something
him
about his neck?
'Cause,
It
like-
would make backing out of the driveway a lot easier.
right? They made the joke about that. But like in the Tim Burton Batman film, you see that suit and it's like, man, that looks rough.
Yeah.
Like his ears a little slanted.
Dude, also
Like
just
dirty.
headbutt somebody.
But like everything about Keaton's Batman, it's like it's very like yeah, it's like he's like moving around
Very
like
stiff.
this. It's like
But then you compare it to like the Batman the animated series show. That was just it was literally cloth. There was no armor that
the
Batman had.
beautiful thing about that is that it's animation.
But still, like Batman wasn't wearing any armor. Like he was
Yeah.
literally like just pretty much a shirt. You know, if he got stabbed, if he got shot, it would kill
Yeah.
him. I think the only armored portion was like his logo. I feel like I might get flamed for this though. For like, you're an idiot. It's in the amazing in the Adventures of Batman and Robin episode 2.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
know.
But I mean, it's also animation, so they can excuse that. Like, yeah, he can get away with the suit looking like fabric
Yeah.
rather than in the live action interpretation. It's like, well, we can't make it look like that, or else it'll be Adam West.
Well, no, it's not that it would look like Adam West. I just think it's cool that the animated series Batman was literally just a man. Whereas, you know, Tim Burton's Batman is like something else.
It's very gothic.
Very gothic. And I love that suit because it's
The-
just the pitch black, the
Yeah.
yellow logo. He
Yeah.
looked like a bat. He looked like a monster.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
that's like well, there's some silly moments in the Burton films, but it's because it's Tim Burton.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the part where I think he was with Vicky Vale, and they slept together and stuff, and
Yeah.
then like she sees him like sleeping as a bat.
Yeah.
I remember even as a kid, I'm like, that's just stupid.
Yep.
Like, why would you?
I mean,
Like, why
it,
would you
it
just-
really was to reintroduce Batman to a modern audience after the
I
Adam West
guess,
show.
yeah.
So it was like they took a lot of dark. They really turned it to 11 with some of the dark elements, but they kept it. They kept a lot of silly moments in it because
Yeah.
the movie has to do well.
That's why I think like the first Batman was like Tim Burton, but it was also like mainstream.
Yeah.
Whereas the sequel,
Well, the
that
sequel was
they
great.
they cranked that Tim Burton juice to like, you know what I mean?
I thought you were gonna start shitting on it. I was like, is this guy gonna shit
no,
on
no, no,
Batman
no, no.
Returns?
I love it. I love Tim Burton style.
Dude, it has Danny DeVito in
It has Danny DeVito. But what I'm saying is like you can tell by Batman and Batman Returns that Tim Burton had a lot more input.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I just want like skulls. People dressed up as like skeletons
Yep.
with big skulls just riding around Gotham. And it's like, that's not in the comics.
Yeah.
It's just Tim Burton's mind.
I wonder if any city back in the 80s was actually like Gotham. Like any U.S. city was like people just riding around wearing skeleton masks. I bet Halloween isn't even like that.
No. Well, what I liked about it was Gotham in the Tim Burton Batman films was like very like inspired by German expressionism from the 1920s, like silent era films. Like if you compare those shots, like Dr. Caligari and stuff, a film that came out in 1922, it's very inspirational to that film with Gotham. It's very like mythic, and it's like, oh, like you don't know what time, what era this came out in, type of thing, which is what I really love. Like you could be like, oh well, the gangsters in these films look like they're from the 40s, but I mean like it's got like that 80s. It came out during that time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like you don't know exactly. Oh, like this? Yeah. Thanks, Christian. No, but you know what I mean? That's
You
what
ruined the episode.
I
Nevis.
ruined the episode. I
You
love
ruined this. You wasted our film.
All right. I just want to clarify. I love Batman Returns.
Yeah.
Can we just talk about how like the amount of jokes that went over our heads when we were kids when we saw that film?
Well, this is why I told Christian we should have the main cam focused on you. Because I knew that you'd want to just go off on it.
The penguin in that film is such a perv. Oh my gosh. He's like, "Oh, my little flipper," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like when I was a kid, I was like, "Oh, he's disgusting because he's a monster." He's like, "No, like he's just like."
He's just disgusting.
I was like, "Oh, I can't even say the line when he sees a Catwoman in his room. I can't even say it. That's rough."
He says like,
He's like, "There's the I've
What's
been
that?
looking for." I'll just bleep it out because I'm like, "Oh my god."
do you want to actually bleep it out? Because I kind of want to hear you say it.
Christian, do you want to? I don't have to say it. It's up to you, man.
Let's stop debating
Let's
it. Let's
stop.
just get on with the episode.
But anyways, that scene, like those, I never like understood that when I was a kid, and then
No,
I watch
there's-
it now, and I'm like, this movie's so dirty. Oh my god. But at the same time, it's like it's also scary too.
yeah.
Which
I
I
was
yeah.
I remember like the opening credits for that film is pretty.
I
like,
love it.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy though.
Yeah.
It's a pretty creepy opening, and it's like
Creepy and
definitely
depressing.
yeah. So it, like definitely sets the bar for like what the movie's gonna be like. It's gonna be like this is still Batman, but it's not gonna be just like that Batman movie that came out a couple years ago.
No, it's gonna be. I think the one thing that I wish Batman Returns did was focus a little bit more on Batman. It felt like Michelle Pfeiffer's
Catwoman
Catwoman
movie?
and Danny DeVito's Penguin just were outshining. Because remember that scene where like Catwoman does her backflips and she says meow and an explosion and stuff. I'm thinking, man, Batman really just kind of just stands there.
Is that scene where she does like 15 backflips? Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay, I love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman in Batman
ya?
Returns. My favorite moment in the movie is like when she falls down, she becomes Catwoman and stuff like that, and then she opens the door. She's like, "Honey, I'm home." Oh yeah, I don't have a husband. And it's like that dark humor where it's just kind of like, oh my god, it's like it's depressing, but it's also like humorous because it's just like she's just saying this to herself in her apartment.
Dude,
with
I
her
would say
cats.
that too to myself. I'd like be like,
That's a
"Hey,
vibe.
beautiful." Oh yes, I'm alone.
I'm
This was back
alone.
when I was back in the dark ages when I was single.
The Dark Ages.
Back before Josh met Carrie.
You were Batman.
Dude, I used to. So we've only known each other since grade 10. And
Yeah.
So grade 7 and grade 8, Josh.
Oh no, are you gonna
Would've been-
mention?
I used to sign off on everything. I used to put my name down as Batman
Oh,
on my tests.
my
I used to draw
God.
bat insignias. I used to walk and be like, "I'm Batman. I'm Batman." We used to use this thing called Wiki Spaces, which is kind of like you guys remember Edmodo?
Yeah.
It's like Edmodo for each class, but you can also send messages to your classmates. And every single day, I would send a mass message to every single person in all 3 classes. "I'm Batman." Every single day until my teacher told me to stop.
You mentioned that.
My teacher was literally like,
Yeah.
"You need to stop,"
I love that.
because so many people are complaining about you. I was like, "But I'm Batman."
Yeah.
And the only reason I stopped, and then I was gonna do it in grade 9 and grade 10, but there was some other kid in my class that everyone kept calling Batman, because I guess they were friends with him before, and it was just a joke because he was like a loser. And they were like, "Hey, it's Batman," and I was like, "Oh man, I can't do this. That sucks." But then we went to cross country.
Oh my god.
Have I told you the story of cross country?
What did you do in cross country?
So cross country, I went to McCrimmon Middle School, and then I went to St. Rock, right? But all my friends who didn't go to a Catholic school, they went to Fletcher's, right? Well, we're chilling at the St. Rock tent, and then I'm walking around because I saw some of my buddies from McCrimmon, so I'm talking to them. They take me to the Fletcher's tent, and all these grade 9s who knew me back when I was in grade 8, they were grade 7s. They're like, "Yo, it's Batman!" And I was like, "My people!"
My people.
I was like, "I'm Batman!"
I'm Batman.
You don't know how long I've been holding that in.
Man.
I still sign off on Batman and everything.
Oh,
I
of
draw
course
Batman
you do.
insignia. I remember first day of university, I went up to the chalkboard in the middle class and drew a bat insignia on it. And people from like St. Rock are like, "Are you still doing this shit? You're in university, dog."
I didn't know you still did that.
I used to do it. We didn't have a lot of classes together in high
Yeah.
school. I used Miss Parker for math. At the end of class, her whiteboard would be covered in like equations and stuff, right? And then one day she's like, "Josh, can you just erase the whiteboard and everything? I need to go to talk to Miss Gallo or something, right?"
Yeah.
So I was like, "I'm gonna fuck with her." So I go and I erase the whiteboard, and then the entire whiteboard, I just draw a gigantic insignia.
Wow.
And she came back, she's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah. Let's talk about the Batman theme.
Nice segue, by the way.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how else to be like that, but I agree.
I noticed you started singing it because you wanted to slowly transition to it.
But yeah,
What's your favorite Batman theme?
what's my favorite Batman theme?
Yeah, 'cause
Don't
there
give
are
me
a lot.
that. Don't give me that, man. Don't give me that. Don't
What?
give me that.
What do you mean?
Okay, my favorite. My favorite is probably. My personal favorite is probably the BVS one.
Batman versus.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Beautiful Lie?
It's the one where it's like you can hear the screams from Batman's theme is like dun dun
Oh,
dun 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 dun
Are you
dun.
talking about? It was played in. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. It's played when he's like the warehouse scene. Not the warehouse. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Christian, what's your opinion on Batman, by the way? Sorry to cut you off.
We've been talking about Batman for like
We've been talking about Batman for like 11 minutes.
Are we talking about like? You want me to just say like my favorite one?
yeah.
What is your favorite Batman?
Yeah, what
movie,
is your favorite
actually?
Batman?
not-
Other than The Dark Knight, because I know that's your favorite one.
Probably the 1989 one.
Okay, yeah,
yeah?
that's a
Yeah.
good one.
True.
Gotta love that theme. It sounds like a march.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'm gonna
Wait,
go to
which one?
Gotham. Oh, the Danny Elfman one.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel like Danny Elfman's theme is very like.
I'm gonna throw out my one because I'm very different because I grew up watching the anime series.
Probably
My
anime.
favorite one is the Mask of the Phantasms
Yeah.
theme. That one is like they got the choir and everything. It was
Yeah.
like gothic and it was like the Batman TV show theme was freaking amazing. I
Yeah.
love that's my favorite theme of all time. And then they had for the animated movie they had such a higher budget.
Yeah.
They were able to just go all out with it, and I was like, yes.
I love that theme too so much. And you know what? I know this sounds weird, but have you listened to the Zack Snyder Justice League Batman theme for that? Because it's different. Junkie XL changed
Zack
it.
Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah,
Batman.
his
Theme?
Batman theme.
I haven't heard the Batman theme.
So that one is completely different from the BVS one. It sounds more like the animated series at times. I don't know what they did, but like they combined it, so it's kind of like it's more of a hopeful theme,
Yeah.
rather than a holy crap I'm gonna shit my pants theme. you
Yeah.
know?
I mean,
But-
for the Zack Snyder's Justice League, that kind of was the theme of Batman in that movie, like
Yeah.
hopeful and like faith and all that, like faith, Alfred, faith.
But that's the thing about like Batman is you can go different directions. You could go, oh my god, this is the scariest theme ever, or you can go triumphant.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I love. I love the triumphant themes of Batman. I know they don't go as far. Like I listened to the Robert Pattinson one.
Yeah.
And for the most part, I'm like dun 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 dun.
I'm not a
dun,
fan of it.
dun.
I'm not a fan of it.
That part I'm like I like, but then the rest of it I'm like.
By the way, Christian, how long have we been filming for? I'm just curious because I want to see.
About 1730.
Shit, I realized I was gonna say something, and then I forgot what I was gonna say.
How disappointed were you from Batman Returns to Batman Forever?
I was a kid. I liked it,
I watched it and I was like,
and then I got
this
older.
is not what I wanted.
Then I got older, and I was like, holy shit. Was Batman Forever though? Was that the one with the epic Seal song though?
Yeah.
That was Batman Forever? Dude, that song is high key. Look at
Okay,
Christian nodding his
okay,
head.
that's good.
There used to be.
Okay, if we're gonna talk about that type of music, what about Prince's one? Prince had songs in the Tim Burton Batman.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know?
No, I didn't. What you gonna say?
Yeah.
Like I feel like which Batman was the one with the Seal song in it?
Batman Forever.
I don't think I've seen that one, but
That was the Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
oh yeah, but I knew about like the Seal song before that.
Oh yeah,
I didn't even know about
No,
it.
that's how popular it is. Yeah. Even though
The Prince stuff is good too.
the Prince is good too.
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah, Prince's music in the
Yeah,
Batman film.
Even Prince's music in general.
Oh yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I
Remember
love.
when I first discovered Prince.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do homework for a single night because I was just sitting in my bed, just like.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
Oh, I was just listening to Purple Rain nonstop. I
Okay,
was like,
Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
That yeah.
You should see.
So
I
good.
don't know if you guys have seen it. His Super Bowl halftime show.
I have.
It's amazing.
Oh, I gotta
I
check
will
it out.
definitely
I
watch
gotta
It's on the
check it
NFL Network's YouTube channel. It's like high quality and everything.
Yeah.
I forget what one that was. It might have been 2015. No, it might have been earlier than that, but it was in the early 2010s. Yeah.
Oh man, so it was
It
pretty
was really
recent before he passed.
Yeah, before he passed.
Dang. Wow.
And it was like raining, like pouring rain during that. But yeah,
dang.
back to Batman.
Back to
Back to
Batman.
Batman.
I just that's the thing about like the Batman films that Tim Burton worked on was like there's just little moments that I quote from time to time. It's just really good. It's like when Vicky Vale talks to the Joker, she's like, "What do you want?" And he just takes a pause, like, "My face on the $1 bill," and it's just like out of random. And he's like, "You must be joking." And then he just like smiling. He's creepy. So like, "Do I look like I'm joking?" And I'm like, "God damn!" I
So-
love Jack Nicholson, man.
Oh, so this is why I want to get the time mark. So let's transition a little bit to how we think the new Batman movie is going to be. Because what's it going to be rated?
PG-13.
PG-13.
There's never gonna be an R-rated Batman film
Because it's for kids.
unless you're Zack Snyder and you make Batman say fuck
Yeah.
once.
Harley Quinn asked me to promise her then I will kill you. And believe me,
I will fucking kill you.
yeah.
I like when I saw that, it just reminded me of the Michael Keaton one. It's like, I'm gonna kill you, and I'm just like, man, I just
laughing during that scene.
I know, cause like I'm the only person who would think about that. I would think about like, oh man, I like when Batman just says to the Joker, I'm just gonna kill you,
Zack Snyder making all the callbacks we didn't even know about.
right?
Do your best Batman voice impression.
Like which one? There's different ones.
Just do a Batman.
Because Michael Keaton's Batman is just like, yeah, I talk like this. And then Christian Bale's like, where's the trigger? You got an order. Where is it? And it's like, well, Bruce, I mean, like, you got voice modulators, man. You're
Yeah.
a billionaire. And then I think Val Kilmer and George Clooney just sounded like Val Kilmer and George
I like
Clooney.
Val Kilmer's voice.
This is how I talked as the Batman. You know who did really good? Kevin Conroy. He actually changed his
Thank
voice.
God.
He actually changed it from Bruce to like.
Kevin Conroy's voice is freaking iconic. Sorry, I got a little far from
No,
the
but
mic
it's
there.
amazing because he does it on like command. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like Bruce is more like higher pitch,
Yeah.
and then Batman is more lower. But it's not like where are the other trucks
That's
going?
why I was like so happy when he was doing the Arkham games because his voice is just like.
Oh yeah,
I mean, 99% of that time it's Batman, but in the few glimpses in those games where you see Bruce Wayne, it's very different. It's like he'll be talking, and then Kevin Conroy's just like, you need to stop this now.
yeah.
You know, it's a lot deeper. It's a
Very-
lot more. It's a very intimidating voice that,
Right?
about that. What's his name? Kevin Conroy has.
Yeah. I'm glad though that like after the Bale oh man, no, Robert Pattinson's not doing the voice modulator.
Is he using his own voice?
Yeah,
Ah. Well, hey,
it could work.
you know, fun fact. I just saw Twilight for the first time.
Oh my!
I forgot to tell you guys this. Yeah, I watched Twilight.
You actually saw it in its entirety.
I watched that entire thing because now that Carrie came to Waterloo,
yeah.
she's like, we need to watch movies together, and I'm like, okay, well, let's watch. I made her watch Inglourious Bastards. She hated it.
Oh.
She's like, that movie was so long. And then she's like,
You know what is
know
long?
what?
Twilight.
Dude, she told me this 2 nights ago on FaceTime.
No.
That scene where what's her name, Shoshana sits down with Hans.
Yeah.
She hated that scene.
Really?
I'm like, babe, that scene is iconic. That scene is so intense.
You're like that meme where it's like the guy talks to his girlfriend like this. He's like, "Yo, babe, listen. Inglourious Bastards is like the best movie of all time."
That's me with everything. Like, babe, listen. If I get 135 on my row for 5x10, then I increase my. This was literally a conversation I had with her last night. If I get my row to 135 for 5x10, and then I get my good morning to 5x10, then I'll start introducing the deadlift. Babe, listen, babe. Then my deadlift will be in the mid 400s, and then I'll start building up to 500. And she's like, Joshua, I didn't understand a single thing you said. And I'm like,
How much time we got?
you freaking jerk.
Just over 5. Okay.
You shouldn't be calling out the time this often.
Can I just be like, whoosh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that whenever you're like, whoosh. I'll be like Batman. I'm Batman. Okay, so I think after watching Batman Returns, and you good?
The pillow's falling.
What the? Put it back.
You know what's funny? I've been staring at that this whole time. I'm like, when is it gonna fall? When is it gonna fall?
When is it gonna fall?
And then Josh keeps putting his hand on it. I'm like, okay, maybe not now.
Can the camera see it?
Slightly, but
Slightly,
not
yeah,
as
yeah.
much as like me.
Okay.
Like falls down, my mic falls, and the whole thing hits me in the dick again.
Oh no. Oh my gosh. With Batman Returns
where are you
though, because I didn't like Batman Forever. What would your third Batman film be in the Tim Burton film? What would be your dream
What would my dream
if
be?
it ever came out?
You keep talking. I'm gonna need to think about this for a second.
Because like for me, I really wish that they brought in like Harvey Dent, Billy D. Williams back.
Yeah, that
'Cause
was
that
really awkward that they changed it.
Oh my gosh, because he was so good in Batman, even though his role was very small. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I can see him as Two-Face. And even Billy D. Williams is like, that's why I signed up.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you don't get cast as Harvey Dent just to play Harvey Dent. You get to play Two-Face, which
I would.
oh,
Yeah, I would say that if I was to see a third Batman film,
yeah.
I would want to see Tim Burton's Batman Hush. You know, where Hush is the villain.
Oh,
I think that would be. I think he would do a great job with that. The mystery of it and like everything about it.
yeah.
Like, Christian, you know who Hush is? So I don't know what his real name is. I forgot. Thomas
Yeah.
something. Thomas
yeah,
something.
yeah.
And he was Bruce Wayne's best friend growing up. And I think his parents got into an accident. And Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's dad, saved
Yeah.
only his mother's life. Wasn't able to save his father's life. and then like Thomas was like he basically stole Bruce's face.
Yeah.
He's a surgeon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a surgeon, and he was able to recreate Bruce Wayne's face on his face. And I just feel like a Batman poser causing all this havoc would be an interesting film to see.
Yeah.
And yeah, because a lot of the interpretations I've seen of it outside of the comic books haven't been that great. Like there was the Batman Hush film,
Which I looked at the runtime and I was like, there's no way they can do it justice if it's 70 minutes.
yeah,
Like, come on.
yeah. The only other form of media outside of comic books that handled it was the Arkham Knight game, and they did it in like 5 minutes, which sucked ass. But it's like that would probably be my third Tim Burton film. What would yours be?
I think bringing in Two-Face would be nice. It'd be a good callback to the first one.
Oh yeah, that Two-Face.
Right?
I keep thinking of Two-Face as Batman Forever.
No, it's okay. Well, no, like actually bringing in Billy D.
Yeah,
Billy
I forgot.
D. Will.
I forgot we're gonna erase those films.
I think Catwoman and Batman's relationship should grow even more and introduce Robin, because I think there could be a moment where Michael Keaton's Batman would be like, "All right, Alfred, like, I'm getting too old for this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in my reign. I'm fighting Harvey Dent, a person that I know, the district attorney and stuff like that." And I really wanted to see like Tim Burton's version of the Riddler. I feel like it could be even more messed up than the Penguin.
Well, that's why I'm excited to see this Batman film, because of the fact that the Riddler's going to be in. 'Cause I really
Yeah.
feel like Matt Reeves is going to do the Riddler justice.
Oh yeah,
You know.
I can't wait. I'm like
So what do we think? What do you think is going to? How long is the runtime for the Batman?
3 hours.
It's a 3-hour film.
3 hours. A
So
big
what do you
one.
think is going to be going? What's wrong with your face? No.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, what are you expecting from that film?
I'm expecting a lot of inspiration from like films like Prisoners, David Fincher films like Seven and stuff like that. The one thing I really want the film to do, which is really hard because we've seen so many interpretations, is like try to make it feel like a new, refreshing take on Batman.
Yeah.
It's so hard these days because of how many live action interpretations, how many animated interpretations, comic. It's like it's tough, but I feel like with the crew that they have and the cast, they're gonna hit a home run.
Yeah.
I think.
It's funny because mine is stupid simple. I have no expectations. I've been avoiding all the promotional material for it. I've been avoiding everything because I just want to go in. I feel like he's going to do a good job, and I just want to enjoy the movie with no expectations, so that nothing. If your expectations are, what was that thing that Zendaya kept saying in Spider-Man No Way Home?
I don't know.
I thought you saw it. She's
I
like,
saw it, but I don't remember.
if you
parts
have
of the
no
movie.
expectations, you'll never be disappointed, or something like that.
Wow.
Which is the mentality you should bring to watching the Real Talk podcast.
Yes. The Real Talk Podcast.
So yeah, you think that's a good place to end it off, Nevis?
I think so.
Christian, any closing remarks? No?
Batman good.
Batman good, Joker bad.
Joker bad.
Joker bad. But not the movie. The movie was great. I saw it 5
That Joker
times.
baby.
What the dog doing?
What the dog doing?
What the dog
Only a
doing?
spoonful. Go on, Josh.
Poggers. With all that being said, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Maybe leave us a like if Nevis, or else Nevis is gonna, I don't know, throw himself off a building later tonight after that.
There won't
show.
be another episode after this.
Nevis
That's
is
what I
gone.
can guarantee.
Christian's gonna be sitting there. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed this episode. Maybe subscribe if you want to see more. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok to see some shorter clips, and Twitter to see what's coming up. And do we have any other socials? Patreon, because you want to support the channel, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, support the channel.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
You want to support the channel. Otherwise, we're going to get the Riddler to hack you.
Yeah.
And with all that
The
being
Riddler.
said, we will talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace out.